Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Joye McNelis is brought to you by Bancorp South, right where you are. And brought to you in part by Hattiesburg Coca-Cola. Want a taste of everything? Drink Coke Zero with real Coke taste and 0 calories. The City of Hattiesburg, a proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. UPS, we love logistics. One Mississippi, now open for small business. And the University of Southern Mississippi. It's great to be a Golden Eagle.
Welcome into another exciting edition of Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye McNelis. The Lady Eagles complete the Texas two-step with a pair of wins, and now we're 20-8 on the season, 13-4 in Conference USA, and for the moment in solo second place. And Coach, it was exactly what we planned on doing: go to Texas, get 2 wins, but you know it's going to be wild when you go to Texas. I don't think we ever in our wildest dreams could have imagined how wild it all began in San Antonio.
You know, Josh, what an unbelievable finish. And, every player dreams of being a hero. Every player dreams, whether it's a final free throw or an offensive stick back. When you're a little kid, you always dream of being that hero. And wow, the shot that Alex Coyne made was spectacular. It was an unbelievable shot, and that's something she's going to talk to her grandchildren about. And that's something, when this team all gets back together again, that we'll all talk about again of the shot that she made. And leading up to that, I thought we drew up a play that would be perfect. Tam was a player on the floor with the best hands. Felt like Tam could go up and get it. Is she going to out-leap someone? No, but I felt like if Alex could get it just high enough, that they would switch, because Brooke's man was a guard. We down screen for Brooke because they were switching everything. We get it over top. Tam gets it, tries to go up and shoot it. And like I said off the air, I didn't really get an opportunity to really enjoy Alex's shot because I was talking to the referee the whole time, and I actually kind of missed Alex's shot because I was still talking to that referee. And so soon as Tam came off the floor, my first question was, when I was talking to Tam, I said, Tam, did you get fouled on that shot? Because I was still upset because we didn't get that call. But you know what? It all worked out, and you have to give God the glory, because I tell you, that shot Alex put up was incredible for us to get that win. So the Lady Eagles get that win, 61-59 on the Alex Coyne buzzer beater, then off to El Paso, and we don't play for more than 48 hours. It's not the quick turnaround. And you really need that. It's something we don't harp on, the altitude of better than 5,000 feet above sea level, but for one reason or another, I think we all felt it a little bit this year, and it was great that doctors say you need 2 days to develop to that altitude, and our team did. 2 tough practices, very intense, that got the Lady Eagles ready for that UTEP game. I tell you, Josh, it just shows that in our old conference, last year, what we were doing previously, where you had 2 days in between, because it really helped our team. It really did. I don't think that we could have beaten UTEP if it would have been any other way. We go on out to El Paso because we do the research on it, that we need to get there, get used to the altitude. So we did that, and we allowed our players, they got 12 hours of sleep. That's a lot of sleep. But you do the research and you talk about all the fluids you have to drink, and sleep is most important. And we're kind of banged up. Megan Brown and Brooke Rhodes both have meniscus tears. Shy's her shoulder's beginning to bother her again. KJ's knees are bothering. Brittany Dinkins' foot's bothering her. Brooke Rhodes now has a foot issue as well. So, we're kind of beat up. So the great thing about it is we were able to sleep, get a little rest. Now, you would think we would be really fired up and ready for practice. That wasn't quite the case. It was the plan for the coaches that everybody would be excited, but we had a couple that was struggling a little bit. So, we had to have a pretty tough practice. And I'll tell you this, it's a long ways to the top of the arena in El Paso. And we got to visit the top several times that day in practice. And I will tell you, we refocused in a hurry and really kind of put things back to where it needed to be, for us not to focus on me, but to focus on we. And when this team did that, I think that truly set the stage for us to be able to get the win on Sunday.
You talked about UTSA being one of the wildest games of runs you had seen in quite some time, but it was the runs for the Lady Eagles in the UTEP game that got the black and gold over the hump. It was a 9-0 run early, then a 13-1 run to put you up 9 in the second half that really changed the complexion of the ball game.
You know, going back to that UTSA game, I mean, it was just a run after run. And, you know, in the UTSA game, it was when we threw the press on and we go up 7. You know, we really dominated that segment. I think that was the momentum change. That was one of the major reasons we were able to get the win at UTSA. Same thing happened second half versus UTEP. You know, we go on that run. We're able to go up 9 in that stretch. We hit key baskets. You know, Brooke Rhodes hits a 3 in that run. Tamara Jones hits a 3 in that run. And just that momentum swing in that second half, just like in the UTSA game, propelled us to be able to get that victory. Now, I will tell you, UTEP did not give up. You've got Anette that came up. We're up 5 closing seconds of a game. Anette, a player that comes off their bench. We know the play. It's called split 3 that they run for Anette. Sure enough, they ran split 3, and we got lost, and she nailed that 3 to make it a 2-point ball game. But I thought the Lady Eagles were poised in the fact that we stepped up and were able to make free throws when we needed to score free throws to be able to get that victory.
This is a Lady Eagle team now with 47 wins since the start of the 2013-2014 season, and a team that is now 28 on their season, back-to-back 20-win seasons, and this year clinching the 14th 20-plus win season in the history of the program. We'll take a break. On our way to commercial, we want you to go back and relive that buzzer beater one more time, and on the other side of that replay and the break, we'll come back with Brittany Dinkins. Our final segment will be back with Coach when we'll look ahead to Louisiana Tech and the Conference USA Tournament. You're watching Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye McNelis.
Trying to free up Jones. Lyle comes into Jones, the catch. She goes up, lost it. Coyne picks it up. He's at the buzzer. Good! Good! Alex Coyne caught it, threw it up from the right wing, and banked it in. Southern Miss wins a stunner here in San Antonio. Wow, what a way to win it. Alex Coyne off a deflection, heaved it up at the buzzer and banked it in. Southern Miss.
From the very beginning, your life is made up of a series of moments. Each moment requires you to make a choice. Sometimes you don't really have much of a choice. But for the moments that you do, the big moments, what will you choose? Choose to discover your own path, to defy expectations, to be challenged. Choose to ask, what if? To make a difference. Choose to give back. Choose to do something that matters and make every moment count. Choose Southern Miss.
Hey basketball fans, it's time to get your tickets for the 2015 Conference USA Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. UAB in the city of Birmingham, Alabama is proud to serve as this year's host. Get your tickets today and enjoy college basketball at its very best, March 11th through March 14th. For more information, go to conferenceusa.com.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye McNelis, and as you can see, we're joined by Brittany Dinkins, a very talented sophomore out of Miami, Florida, out of Norland High School, one of the key parts to the wheel this year of the Lady Eagles and their run to now 20 wins, their 14th 20-win season in program history. And Brittany, let that sink in for you. 14 in school history, you've been a part of a couple of those. And I know you don't get caught up in records and wins and that type of stuff at this point of the season. It's more big picture chasing a championship. But what does it all mean to you right now and to your teammates about the way your team has been able to perform to this point in the season?
It means a lot, especially coming in from when I first committed here. My reason for coming here was to be a part of something big, to be a difference, and to be and make an impact on something, you know what I'm saying, that was falling apart, I would say, or having, you know, just being a part of regrowing something was very great. And then this year, being able to come back and make 20 wins again without Jamil Faulkner is very big.
And this team now 28 on the season, 13-4 in Conference USA, as we've touched on already. And as we hit on at the top right now, if they can win against Louisiana Tech, that can make lock up the number 2 seed. You talk about doing it without Jamira Faulkner. It's had to have been a lot of different people, yourself, Brooke, Alex, a lot of different people take on all the different roles that Jamira played, but it's fun to see how this team has gelled, hasn't it?
Yes, as you can see, Jamira was a great point guard. She sets people up easily. You know, that was one thing that she was very good at, was setting people up and scoring the ball, as well as with Al. You know, she's beginning to be that way. You know, I've been on her in practice, and I'm like, Al, you know, you got to score the ball. You know, you right there, don't go under the basketball, score the ball. And as you can see lately, she has been a threat and been very aggressive with a different attack mentality with scoring the ball. So everybody on this team plays a part in scoring points, whether it's 4 or 6. Those 4 or 6 points are needed for us to pull out games to win.
Brittany, you had 5 points against the UTEP Miners, but it was how you had those 5 points. Back-to-back buckets in a stretch early in that game when we needed a surge. You come in immediately and make that happen. Then later in the ball game, things that don't show up on the stat sheet is that you calmly brought the ball up on the floor, had a change of pace, were able to clear yourself from presses and traps and defenders. Your confidence is what is the difference right now. Talk to fans about how your confidence has grown so much from the beginning of the season to now.
I would say it's all a mentality with me. You know, the mentality to execute every time you get the ball. You know, you got to think score first. If not, then you got to set somebody else and pass to the open person. So I would say my mentality has definitely been a key into going to these games, knowing that, you know, it's all or nothing. You know, you got to give it all you got, and you got to produce. Because without you, you know, we fall short. So you don't want to be that person to make the team fall short. So it's all about my mentality as attacking and dominating and executing the best way as possible as I can.
And the other thing with your mentality now is that if you catch the ball and a player kind of eases up on you and does not put their hands up, the 3 ball's going up. That's something that you were a little gun shy earlier in the year. What has made the change in your confidence there? Again,
mentality. You know, Coach, we had to talk about it. She was like, hey, well, what she told me was that I never told you any shot that you took was a bad shot. So what that did was that kind of gave me confidence in every shot I take is a good shot, you know, and so now I don't hesitate, you know, back to the mentality of dominating and executing. You know, that's what I do, hand down, man down, you know, so that's kind of like my thing. So, you know, you play 5 feet or whatever, you got to play me. I'm going to make you have to want to play me.
Brittany Dinkins, you got to love her contagious enthusiasm. And for a Lady Eagle team with 20 wins right now, B-Dink, when we talk about this team right now, though, a little banged up, sore, every team in the league is, every team around the country is. But I loved what you said about this team playing for each other. We got just a quick quote from you on the radio prior to the UTEP game, but give us some more details about some of the conversations you've had with your teammates, with the coaches, and what the mentality of this group is chasing a championship this season.
Well, it goes back to when we look at games that we've lost, and Coach always has told us, look in the mirror. You know, after every game, look in the mirror. Is there something that you did, or don't be selfish? And it all boils down to it's not about me, but it's about we. So at the end of the day, it's not about what I do. You know, I could score 20, but if we don't get the dub or we don't get the W, it doesn't mean anything. So it basically plays a part into being holding each other accountable and doing it for the person next to you, because, you know, we're like family. So I am my sister's keeper. So whatever I do is going to affect my teammate as well. So it's not about me, but it's all about we.
And Brittany, in closing, we can tell that really all of the mental reps that you've been getting with this staff and all of the different things, not only basketball skills but life skills, are really rooting at home with you, because a lot of the things that I hear you say are things that are harped on as staples of this program. So that tells me the best days of Brittany Dinkins lie ahead, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very observant. I soak in what needs to be soaked in. I like wisdom. And when coaches, you know, when they speak to things and when you know that they're the truth, you have no choice but to take it in. And you know what I'm saying, you carry that with you throughout your life, and it also carries on to off the court as well. So, you know, you have to learn to be unselfish with certain things, and some things you have to just go along with the flow and do things because that is what is asked of you, you know, and things like that. So.
And the last question, what gives this team, this unique team here in 2015, a unique chance to win a championship?
I would say our mentality of never giving up, no matter what. I would say we're so dangerous as a team when we're down than when we're up. So our mentality to fight to the inches of when the clock go in. And we never give up on each other and believing in each other that the next shot going to go in and encouraging each other. We're very big on that. So that will be it.
Brittany, thank you so much for joining us. She's Brittany Dinkins of the Southern Miss Lady Eagles. Fantastic segment with her. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show with Coach McNelis as we'll look ahead to Louisiana Tech and also talk just a little bit, even further than that, about what is shaping up for the Conference USA tournament. We'll take a break. Back after this. You're watching Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye McNelis.
Gunderman Group.
Gunderman Group is growing.
Getting in a groove.
Growth is gratifying.
Goal is to grow.
Gotta get greater growth.
I just talked to UPS. They've got expert advice, special discounts, new technologies, like smart pickups. They'll only show up when you print a label, and it's automatic. We save time and money.
Time, money,
Time and money.
Awesome.
awesome. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
I love logistics.
Hello, I'm Coach Joye McNelis, and I am right here with three of our better guards that we have on our Lady Eagle basketball team. Brittany Dinkins, a sophomore from Miami, Florida. Geronte Clemens, junior from the big city of Coldwater, Mississippi. And Megan Brown from Slidell, Louisiana. These young ladies have taken tremendous amount of pride in change of speed, change of pace in order to get them to the rim. Coach Pokey Chapman, head coach of the Chicago Sky, said this drill and Jamera developing these skills separated her from other guards on our team. This next drill is, now you're coming, you're going to get the defense leaning to the outside. It is a low crossover, shoulder to chair, explode, step through to the rim again to get the end one. Great job. Great job. Low, crossover, jump stop, shot fake, step by the defender. Good job. You can't beat the change of speed, shot fake on the post player, step by, finish the play, get an and one.
As we continue with Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye McNelis, we just came out of our weekly Reach Higher segment. And before we talk about Louisiana Tech in the conference tournament, Joy, it's been a neat feature that we all developed along with Craig's help and all the extra time that Craig put in to make that happen. And it's neat to be able to, again, further showcase our players and our coaches to help young players out there get better and grow their game.
You know, Josh, in those Reach Higher segments, those are actual drills that we use with our team. So not only does it help young players, but it helps any player that wants to be able to pick up and see exactly what the Lady Eagles do. Because it's not about just to put it out there. It's drills that we actually do. And, you know, you have to give you credit. You were the one that came up with a great idea. Appreciate that and appreciate Craig going the extra mile for us. Craig reached higher.
He absolutely did, and now he's laughing off camera right now. But as we talk about Louisiana Tech coming in, this is a Louisiana Tech team that we're going to get their best shot. They're going to come in 14-14, 9-8 in the league. So what is on the line for them is a winning record in conference, a winning regular season. All of that is taken away if the Lady Eagles handle their business on Senior Day. So the Lady Eagles know, huge game to wrap up the regular season.
You know, number one, Josh, it's our seniors. You know, Tam, Vo, and Brooke, they took a chance as juniors, which Brooke was really a senior, but they took a chance to come into our program with only 2 years to impact it. You know, our sophomore class, I think, is a very special group of young ladies because they were coming in for the long haul. But when you have junior college players that come in, it's kind of like a quick fix. Can they help with the quick fix? These young ladies impacted the program. They helped with the quick fix. And, you know, it's going to be a very special night for them. You know, Tam is embarking on 1,000-point scoring, has a few more games to be able to do that. You know, she was a finalist for Mississippi Player of the Year. She's been all conference. You know, Brooke's been a solid leader for us, hit some big threes. Voche Martin has been huge lately of stepping up and making big plays and blocking shots for us. So again, you know, it's going to be the last opportunity in regular season for these 3 young ladies to get in this dressing room, put on their uniform, put on their shoes, and take the court in front of our crowd. So again, I want it to be a special night for them. And I'm telling you, talking about the chemistry of our team, I'm sure their teammates want to be able to give them a memory that will last a lifetime of being able, number 1, to play very well, and number 2, to be able to get a win on senior night. I'll be honest with you, on senior night, Josh, as a player, as a senior, it puts a lot of pressure on you because you want to play well, you feel the pressure of it, you don't want to mess up, you want it to be something that is a memory. And so that's where the rest of the team really comes in, is to embrace that and be able to help them create a very special memory. Now Louisiana Tech, I'm telling you, Whitney Frazier, look out. Keela Shelton, look out. And, you know, it's not only them, but it's a host of players that surround them that really make them go. And we played very well at Louisiana Tech. It's been a long time since we played them. They have improved. We have improved. So I think it's going to be very important that our players understand that it's not that they're just coming in here to play. Coach Tyler Summit and crew will come in to be able to finish strong in their season. And we want to finish strong and feel good about ourselves heading into the conference tournament.
And as we are airing this show, we will be the Lady Eagles will be in the midst of their 2nd off day of the week. How critical is it for this team, having played so well but being banged up, to have the bye at this point? I think it actually comes at a very good time.
It comes at a great time, Josh. And, you know, we traveled all day on Monday to get back home, and was very tiring, and that's kind of why we look the way we look today. But, you know, getting off again Wednesday, practicing hard on Tuesday, being off on Wednesday, you know, gives us a little bit of opportunity to get some of the healing process going for us, and then giving us an opportunity as well to be able just to mentally rest and be ready to pick up. Because, you know, I talked to our sophomores in the airport when we were in El Paso, and I said, you know, ladies, I want you to realize we only have 5 practices truly left this year. And every practice is very critical, because the 5 practices are the practices that's going to propel us to play in the conference tournament and be able to play to get better and have a chance to win the conference tournament. And, you know, they were all in agreement with that. And, you know, for our seniors, they only have 5 practices left in regular season. You know, hopefully we'll get that opportunity to continue to play, but only we control that. So, again, they're going to get off. We've got a lot injured. You've got Brooke, you've got Megan, you've got, you know, Brittany Dinkins' foot, you've got KJ's knees. You know, it's just ongoing. Alex Coyne's nose being broke in practice at UTEP. So, again, there's that extra day will kind of refresh them, because I will tell you, come Thursday, tomorrow, we will really be able to hit the floor and really go hard in preparation for Louisiana Tech.
And she didn't even mention Tamara Jones' ankle, her right ankle, who
it
never really healed a couple of months ago, and she tweaked it again on this trip. But knowing Tamara, you're not going to keep her off the floor. So, Joy, it's going to be neat to see how the Lady Eagles finish. We'll finish no lower than a 3 seed, have a chance to wrap up the 2 seed with a win on Saturday. For Coach McNelis, for Brittany Dinkins, for Craig Adams, I'm Josh West. Hope you've enjoyed it. You've been watching Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye McNelis.